Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to slide your brake drum over your brake shoes after you've replaced them. A lot of times after people replace the hardware and the brake shoes and everything, they have a hard time getting the brake drum to slide over. I'm going to show you an easy way to fix that so you can slide it over with no problem. So let's go ahead and get started. So if we take a look, everything has been replaced in here, from the drum brakes to all the hardware, even the wheel cylinder has been replaced. There's two things that can be causing that problem. I'm going to go ahead and slide this hub bearing assembly off so we can see everything. First thing is the wheel cylinder. When you're putting a new one on, or even if you have an older one and you're replacing all this, you have to be careful, because if you do disconnect the brake lines, or if the brake lines are just completely to the maximum pressure, the cylinder will be completely pressed out, causing the brake shoes to go all the way out. Now, putting the new hardware on, that's going to be the issue, because if you try to push this back in, it's not going to work, and that's what we're running into, is that if we take this, take the drum, it will not slide over it. It's hitting it. So that's our problem right there. So we need to compress this enough to get that drum to slide over. Another thing is you have what's known as the adjuster screw assembly right behind this return spring. You need to make sure that that is loosened enough to give the slack for these two brake shoes to slide all the way in. So the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to release this, and I'll get a close-up. So we're going to make sure that this is fully loose. Try to bring these in. If not, then we're going to go ahead and take the bleeder valve on the back, and we're going to release any air or brake fluid, so that way we can push that in enough to bring that in, and then we should be able to slide the drum right over it. So if we come here, you want to make sure that get that as loose as it'll go. There we go. But you don't want this to pop off like it just did, so we're going to put that back in. Okay, so now we have slack in there, so that can move in. Maybe bring it in just a little bit more. All right, so, and you want to make sure that your hands are clean. You don't want to be, okay, so that is still tight. Let's head around back and I'll show you the bleeder valve. Here's the bleeder valve, and ignore the fact that the brake line's a little bit wet because this is a new wheel cylinder. So when we were attaching it, a little bit of brake fluid came out. We're going to go ahead and remove this cap. And with the cap off, I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and then we're going to press in on the wheel cylinder to get it to compress. There we go. Press in on it. Both sides. There. You can already see it's loosened. And I'm going to take both hands so we can get a better grip on it. And it's already compressed enough, but let's bring this in more. Nice. You can see that? It's compressing it. Taking a little bit more. You don't have to worry about this adjuster, because this will adjust itself once you start hitting the brake. So you can take it as loose as it'll go, and then it will adjust itself. There we go. See how that all came in? Let's try it now. Almost perfectly sliding on. We'll take it in a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. And then you don't want this to have too much slack. See how there's now this gap in here? So next thing I'm going to do is just take this screw till it meets this end here. And you want to take your lever, set it up like that. All right. Slid on, nice and easy. You want to make sure now that you go to the back, you close your bleeder valve after you do that so it doesn't expand again. I forgot to mention that. But once you have everything back together, make sure that you bleed your brakes properly. And hold it. All right, and now we're going to tighten it, and that's it. Well, that wraps up this video on how to get your brake drum to slide on after you've replaced the brakes and wheel cylinder and having an issue with that. I hope that this quick video was informative for you. I hope it helped you out with anything you're working on. Please send me any questions and comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.